Hello, everyone. I'm Carmelia. Didn't have much to say really, but I bet I'll have stuff to make up. No, not really make up, but um, in other words, when I be going live, I don't be planning on it. When I feel the urge to talk about a certain something or whatever, I just do it whenever I have the time, whenever time allows. You know what I'm saying? But to some people who don't really think that targeted individuals aren't real and this isn't a real epidemic going on. There's not a real issue. Like my own sister thought I was just wanting a pity party about her, just wanted someone to feel sorry for me. No, I really go through this shit. I've been having a good last couple days and stuff like that, but when I was in Texas, like I never thought I would witness gang stalking right in my face. Like right in my face. Like organized it was and how strangers you don't recognize can be on the lookout for you just cause, and they think that you're not hip to what the fuck's going on. And as you look at them back, evil is they're looking at you, and then they be like, whoa, their face look a change, like, whoa, she must really think she know what she talking about, or she know what she thinking, like she knows what we're doing. Shit is crazy, man. Like, do your research first. Like, don't be listening to my blogs and just assume I'm a crazy bitch, because I am. But I do be really wanting to get this out. And I was really nervous about my trip out of town. And I came back safely through the grace of God. And I made a promise to myself that I would talk about this more and spread awareness. You know what I mean? And it's just amazing, man, in a bad way. It's like mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like like if you want to just learn about this shit on your own, you ain't even got to listen to me. There's so many like gang stalking and all that. Like, first of all, what is a target individual? I know what it is. Do your own research about what it is. It didn't come back to me, and you won't have to worry about giving me some stupid feedback or talking about I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm really not going through this. I know what I've been through, and so does other people that I really trust. So that's all that matters. But anyway, I was trying to look for a specific video talking about the gang stalking, but when I type in gang stalking on YouTube right now, it talks about people who catches them and they're confronted undercover and all that. Like, if you type in YouTube, what is gang stalking? Like, I'll show you. If you type up on YouTube, I don't want to do that yet. If you type in on YouTube, what is gang stalking? See all these choices here, all these talking about it. They're not talking about Bloods and Crip gangs and all the other different gangs on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, and all that shit. No, it's something totally different. I mean, there's research out there. Just got to look for it, you know? Hey, Angie Pittman, I see you. Yes, and I'm going to check that channel out. Oh, yeah, I sure will. Thanks, Angie, for that. I didn't realize that I knew Next Level wasn't the only one that did podcasts, the ones that just commented, but I came across another podcast as well. So I didn't know that it was really being talked about as much as it is, and I'm glad about that. That's really good. Like, it needs to be out there. You know what I'm saying? And hello, Deb Olson. I see your comment as well. I was saying hey to Angie because I've seen her comment when I be on a certain podcast, and she'll, say hey to me and always gives me uplifting messages on there on the chat. So I recognize her name and her face on there when I seen her name pop up. But yeah, you just got to do your research because it's a whole fucking operation. Like, there's so many people that talk about this shit. It's not even funny.
Good morning, everybody.
Like,
I'm not driving yet, just in the car waiting for my client.
it could be somebody random, like this random girl here, like.
So it's been burning on me.
And that's her channel, her channel. That's that right there.
Other gods before me. So.
And this is her topic. You see that? Gang stalking. You see that? Like,
Noticed.
A lot of people talk about this.
It appears to be. It's possible that a lot of us are.
There's so much corruption in this because there's so many people like me that don't even understand why it's fucking takes. But so many people are affected by this. Like, it's so fucking crazy. Like, like there's one page to go on. Targeted in Ireland.
So, well,
I've seen that.
To go into a little bit more detail about like what it means to.
But yeah, I was just wanting to prove that when you type up targeted individual, or if you want to do any, your own personal research and stuff like that, is there. Like, I mean, just regular people. It could be people in the corporate world talk about it. Shit, people out of all races and everybody. Like, just a whole lot of people talk about this shit. Like, this shit is not a fucking game, and people just really think that we're joking about this shit. Like, all these people that blog about it, including myself, are just making this shit up, and we just like attention that way. The fuck? Like, my own family member I thought I was close to thought that of me. So you really got to be careful who you tell in your personal life, in your personal life, who you deal with, family or friends or whatever. You got to be careful who you tell personally. Like, blogging about it and spreading awareness is all right. Like I said in the last vid I did on here. But it's different when you try to tell somebody about this shit when you're going through it and they're not open-minded to try to learn about what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because they can affect, what people don't realize is being a targeted individual can affect other people around that targeted individual. A lot of people don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? It could be some weird shit happen in somebody else's family or somebody else's friend circle or whatever the fuck people they deal with, just because of them being around a targeted individual that they're around. Like, a lot of people don't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just gotta do their research. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact my phone is tapped and bugged. Like, I knew that for some weeks now. But I officially got confirmation 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because I've been back from out of town a week, almost 2 weeks, yeah, whatever. But the week when I was out of town or whatever, the last week in May, that's when I fucking realized my phone was tapped. And I had official confirmation from a reliable source of mine, who I will not name. Of course, I wouldn't name any names. But I'm just saying, shit is real. Like, people think it's a game, and people be just making this shit up. But there's too many people talking about it to be fucking just made up. Like, there's a lot of people that talk about it. Like, this right here. There's her talking about it. A lot of other people that just talk about it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was going to have more to say than this, but I just want to get this out too, that if you're really serious about doing your research on this shit, it's out there.
From artisticministry.net, and I just wanted to do this quick video.
Oh, hello. Okay. This is Peculiar People. I love that channel. Has a lot of insight, a lot of info. On a certain podcast that I listen to. Sorry about that stupid ad that popped up. But I wasn't even trying to get out of that. But anyway, yeah, my phone does stupid stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna look them up because I actually am a subscriber to Peculiar People, and I'm on a when I'm on a certain podcast and I see them on, I'll, say hey on the chat and stuff like that, But you have to be careful when you look for them because it's a lot of people that go by peculiar people on YouTube, so you got to find the right one. But yeah. Yeah, I was trying to catch that before it went off my screen, Angie. I'll read it when I get offline. But yeah, I just wanted to let's see. Oh yeah. I see you, Angie. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, but I didn't feel like that was some gaslighting shit, though. I mean, it was just someone in my family who was closed-minded and didn't want to learn about it. That's how I took it, but I haven't thought of it that way because she didn't even know a certain family member I was trying to tell about this issue, the targeted individual, the gaslighting, the gang stalking, all that shit. She just didn't want to listen to me. It was just all against me all of a sudden. And it's because I was on Next Level's podcast. Angie Pittman, if you're still viewing right now, it's me doing this or whatever. I know it'll be on there and later on I won't be live, but Angie Pittman, if you see this right now or if you see this later on after it's posted. For me being on that podcast on Next Level that one time on Volume 16 Next Level's podcast, that's when me and my sister started having problems. She was mad. She was mad at me because of what I said on this podcast. Shit that I said about me being an outcast in my family and all that type of shit, blah, blah, blah. I didn't say that part for anyone to feel sorry for me about it. I was just giving my background because, Next Level, the channel that I'm subscribed to, some people might be that see this video of mine or whatever, but if you're not, check them out. But anyway, yeah, Angie Pittman, my sister was really mad because I was on that podcast. And the only thing she heard was me talking about the stuff that I went through in my childhood. Not even everything. I just touched bases on it, like the way I felt and how I knew, as an adult, why I was always the hated one in the family. And I won't say in this video, but I said it on Next Level's podcast on the Volume 16 one. And that's when me and my sister started having problems after that. Like, she didn't even hear the whole thing of me expressing my targeted individual experiences. Didn't even want to learn about what a targeted individual is. She's just thinking I want attention. She won't even look it up. Like, I just thought since maybe we were kind of close that maybe she might listen or at least, study it at least. You know what I'm saying? Because it does happen to a lot of people without them realizing it. Shit. I look back at stuff or I look, yeah. Yeah, that's true, Angie Pittman. Yeah. I mean, I'm an outcast, so I didn't give a fuck who got mad, but I didn't think my sister would get mad because she already knows the shit. Like, she thinks that I like to bring up stuff about my past or whatever to make people feel sorry for me or make her feel bad. But I don't. I just say it because it'd be on my mind. But there'll be times that I said stuff about my past and she's like, kind of supportive and, just put God first, this and this, and says uplifting things. And then when I talk about the target individual topic on the podcast and I say my little background about how I felt about stuff when I was younger, my point of view only, and didn't disclose any family names at all because I wouldn't disrespect the family like that, still got mad at me. So my sister don't talk to me right now only because of that. But she missed the whole big picture about me, explaining about my target individual experiences. Like, I've had more since then, like since me being on Next Level's podcast weeks ago. Like, I mean, I believed that gang stalking existed, but when it just happened right before my eyes, that shit was like mind-blowing. Like, mind-blowing. Like, I went out of town. I'm gonna make it short. I live in California, okay? And I went out of town, out of state, to visit for a week. you know, and I went to a city, went to that area for a few days, and then I went to East Texas for a few days, you know, and before I even got to Tyler, you know, East Texas, that's where I was. I'm not going there ever again. I mean, that's where my fucking gang stalking experience was. Like, it's just mind blowing how I realized that I'm a target individual, like here in California, in the city I'm in now. But the shit that I experienced when I was in another fucking state lets me know the motherfuckers be all working together. Like, it's global. Like, when I was in Tyler, Texas, I didn't even talk to nobody, but 4 people. I ran into one person there that recognized me. I said, hey, we exchanged numbers and went about our way. But it was 4 people that I only spoke to on a personal level during my time in Tyler, Texas. But on my last day there, when I was trying to wait on my bus to go back to another location in Texas, I was in a station, and that's where, hey, Next Level, hey, what's up? But yeah, I was gonna say this on your podcast, your next one, Next Level, but I felt the urge to talk a little bit about it now, and I have a little time. But I'm, you know, I plan on getting into more detail in the future. But this specific experience was with 5 people. It was okay. My bus was late. Okay, I was at a Greyhound station. Oh well, fuck it. My phone's already tapped and bugged anyway, so if I talk about it too open, I really don't care. So fuck it. So I was at a Greyhound station, and in Tyler, Texas, it's not 24 hours like in bigger cities like Houston or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? They're just certain hours. So it's only it opens at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, but my bus was supposed to get there at like 4:30 in the morning. For some odd reason, it was 5.5 hours late all of a sudden. And my bus didn't get to Greyhound until 10 o'clock in that morning. But before I got on my bus, I was, you know, sitting outside of my friend's car. We leave, we come back, you know, it's still not open. You know, we wait until it opens and stuff so my friend could do what he needed to do and all that shit. Because he didn't want to leave me by myself, you know, without knowing it was open inside the place to wait, you know. And I noticed, like, a lot of people outside. Like, that's not weird because it is a bus station and it's only open from 9 to whatever. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people could have been waiting. But it was just some weird shit that I noticed. And the weird shit that I noticed was there was these 2 guys. So I can disclose and people can kind of get a visual what happened. There's this old man, he had blue on, and this younger fat guy. He had on, you know, red shorts. Okay, they was talking together. And then the old man wearing blue kept on getting on the payphone. Just kept on getting on the payphone. Like, I ain't see him put no change in, nothing. You just acting like you getting on the payphone. For what? But then I see the old man in blue and the fat guy in the red shorts. I'm not too skinny myself. I'm just trying to describe the situation to people because it was 5 people. But it was 2 at first that I noticed about the gang stalking incident in my behalf. Like, they kept on looking at me as I'm sitting in my friend's car, and they kept looking and talking amongst themselves and then looking at me. Yeah, payphone perp. I've never heard of that Next Level. Wow. He was a payphone perp. A payphone perp. I've never fucking, like, they just, like, I guess, just fake like he was on the payphone just to get me off guard, but I already knew what the fuck was going on. Fuck out of here. Like, that's what he really thought. Yeah, I guess I got that right. Yeah, because I kept noticing them, like, talking amongst themselves and then looking at me. My friend dozed off, but I'm alert. I'm up, you know, listening to music on my headphones. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting on the Greyhound to open up at 9 a.m. And then, like, one of the perps, which was a perp and I knew it, but he came up to the car talking about, do y'all have car trouble? I'm a mechanic. I can help. I'm like, no, sir, we good. We waiting on the office to open up. Just like everybody else sitting outside, right? And I had a little smart ass little remark tone in my voice. And then And then he walked away. Like, we've been sitting there that particular time for about 20 minutes after leaving and coming back to that parking lot. If you were really that concerned about our mechanical issues of the car I was in, you probably would have asked sooner than that, stupid ass. So the dumb ass, had a bogus ass question about, do we need help with the car? No, it's my friend's car. He's good. We're just sitting waiting on the shit to open so he can leave and I can get in this goddamn Greyhound. You know what I'm saying? So then after he did that bogus fucking question to me and my friend, which was the old guy in the blue, the fat guy in the red shorts was still sitting there where he was sitting at outside, because there's benches outside in the backside of the Greyhound in Tyler, Texas. And they kept talking amongst each other and stuff like that. And then he kept on doing the payphone thing again and all that stupid shit. And then once the Greyhound opened, I sit somewhere so I can sit by a plug to charge my phone. And it's in a dining area inside this Greyhound. And, man, sorry about that. I forgot to mute my, so if my phone rings or if I text or anything, it's just gonna pop up. Sorry about that. But anyway, so when the inside of the Greyhound opens, I sit somewhere where I'm sitting right next to my phone where I'm charging it, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit before my bus gets there, because I'm going to a bigger city where I had to board my plane at and stuff like that to get back to California. So I'm waiting on my bus and I'm charging my phone a little bit and, but I was in there only an hour, but so much happened in that fucking hour. Right when I sat down to charge my phone, I noticed a Mexican guy. Not to just, I didn't say that to, be focusing on race, because the two guys outside that I was, outside the office before it opened that I was explaining were two white men. The old man in blue was a white man. The fat guy in the red shorts was a white man. Then there's this Mexican man, and I understand that Black people gang stalk too, because I've had that experience done to me before as well. Here in California where I'm at, so I don't discriminate. I know it could be all races and colors that be gang stalking. I know that. But anyway, first thing I noticed when I'm in the Greyhound is a Mexican guy that I noticed when I arrived in Tyler, Texas, days before, like 4 days before. And I'm trying to put my head around it, and I keep looking at him and shit, and he kept looking kind of weird and looking back to see if I looked at him, all that type of stupid shit, and I peeped all that out. And I recognized him. I'm like, damn, that's the Mexican dude from when I was here 4 days ago, when I got to Tyler, Texas, and I was waiting on my ride. My friend to get off work to pick me up. So I was in that Greyhound for about 3 hours waiting on him, because I'm going to walk in that heat unless I had to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, on the particular day I'm talking about the gang stalking experience I had, first I recognized the Mexican guy. And I'm on the phone with my friend, like on a low voice, talking to him like this, and I'm explaining what the fuck's going on around me as it's happening. Like, I had a low voice like this the whole time while it's happening, because he's a victim of gang stalking and targeted individual things going on with him too. One of my friends, that's all I'm gonna say. But so he's familiar with it and has gone through it and still going through it. So he was letting me know what was going on another perspective and stuff like that. But then the old white man in blue, the fat guy in the red shorts, the Mexican guy that I noticed from days ago when I was in that Greyhound, all of them talking, saying little stuff, but not too much around me, so I wouldn't understand what they're saying. I heard you came up on them bricks, what it hit cold. Now don't go talking to them folks, giving it cold. Just know that they listening on them scanners. Yeah, I need to really start putting my phone on vibrate when I go live, because I know there's a big gap in me saying some of my story and Angie Pittman, your connection didn't buffer. It was probably because I got a phone call and I had to answer it, and I was still on live when it happened. So that's probably why your connection was kind of funny. So sorry about that. Probably isn't anyone yet. It cut off because I got a phone call. Next level. Yeah, sorry. That's how it does when you get a phone call or whatever. I'll let it ring sometimes, and I don't want to press decline because I don't want the other person thinking that I'm ignoring the call purposely, which I would be if I press decline. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm back live. I know. But anyway, like, now I don't have that much time left. But anyway, I just noticed like 3 people that were in the gang stalking group that was towards me. And then there was two other people that were sitting in the dining area of the Greyhound in Tyler, Texas, when I was charging my phone in that same area. And the Mexican guy kept getting behind me, acting like he was getting drinks or getting something, or act like he had some trouble with the vending machine when I know he didn't, because I kept looking back and he was just looking at the stuff, just trying to be not obvious, but too obvious and shit like that. And then there was another old man that was talking to the guy in the fat guy in the red shorts that was talking to the person in the blue, the old man that asked me the bogus question about my friend's car. Do we need help? All that stupid shit. I peeped all this shit out. I knew that was fake. But so there's 4, maybe not 5, but it was, yeah. Okay, it was 4 people in that gang stalking group then. It was 4, not 5 like I thought. I seen one of the other perps talk to someone else really briefly, then stop. So I guess that's why in my head I had a 5 count of people that were gang stalking me, but I know for sure it was 4. And they just kept on like jamming out my signal. My friend was on the phone with me. He was like, "Did you hear that in the background?" And I would ask him, "Did you hear that in the background?" Like, it would be like a dial tone when I'm on my headphones. Like, usually I'm on the phone, I'm using these or something like these. They got a talk piece on it like that, so I'm not holding my phone. So when I'm on something like that, and my friend's telling me on the other end that he didn't touch nothing on his phone to make a dial tone go off, dude, and we both didn't press nothing on accident, yeah, that's how I found out my shit's really tapped for real. My phone is really tapped for no fucking reason. But that shit followed me all the way to Texas, though, for real, because I'm way in California. That stupid shit happened to me in Tyler, Texas. And like the way they would look at me, and then when I passed them up, when I threw something away, one of them gave me an eerie look. And I just gave him one right back. Like, I didn't say nothing. I just knew what the fuck was going on, you know? But then when I went, I'm in Central California. It probably doesn't matter because my phone's bugged anyway, but I'm in Bakersfield, California, y'all. Fuck it, might as well put myself out there. Fuck it, I'm already targeted anyway and gotta deal with shit. My phone already tapped as it is. Wasn't trying to say my location on YouTube, but I'm in Bakersfield, California, next level. That's the city I'm in. Okay. It is crazy out here. It'd be stupid shootings just everywhere. It'd be lit out here, just like Los Angeles be lit with a lot of violence. It'd be a lot of violence here in Bakersfield, next level. Bakersfield be having violence going on. And on May 14th, when I almost got hit and ran over for no reason, just hit on purpose, like, that's when I really, last month on the 14th, that's when I really realized that I was a targeted individual. But I realize now that I could have been targeted longer than that. Longer than me realizing that I was. But I'm kind of out of time now. I'll elaborate on that story better. You've heard that targeting is crazy out here, next level, really? Yeah, I will leave I don't know what the fuck I should leave. I don't know, next level. Yeah, there's a lot of TIs in Cali. I believe that, next level. I sure do. I really do, because like we can be outside in the pool outside, and I can see cars passing by, like usually like certain ones pass me by like more than 10-15 times an hour. Like, it could be more than one car that I recognize as I'm outside for a full hour or hour and a half or 2 hours. yeah, I'd be peeping shit out real quick. Like, and I don't even live in a bad area in Bakersfield, but right up the street where I live, it'd be a lot of shootings going on at that gas station and shit. But yeah, I know it's a lot of TIs, and there's a lot of gang stalking going on in California. I realize that now, or I have for a good while now, at least a good month and a half. But I got to go to where I'm going now. I'll talk more about this at another time. And next level, I would love to email you and keep in touch with you that way if I could. But I guess in my own comments, I'll put I got your number. I don't. Let me know in the comments, like next level, because I'm about to go off live right now. I know you don't want to put your number just on my comments. Are you talking about you must be talking about your number to your podcast then, because I didn't lock that number in. Well, give me like an email address. I'll put mine in the comments below later. And my main email address that I do check periodically, way more than my other accounts. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Okay, all right, I got it now. I gotcha. Okay, I got that next level. I will lock that in. Okay. Well, I know this session was me rambling on and stuff like that, and I was trying to get a good story. Well, not a good story, but I was trying to get my story out. But then I had a phone call and interrupted me and all that other shit. So, but no, it wasn't your phone, Angie Pittman. It was me because I got a phone call and I ended up answering it. Because if I would have ignored it while it was ringing, then I didn't want anyone getting any hard feelings about it. So I went ahead and answered the call instead of just making it go on silent so I wouldn't hear the phone ring while I'm on live. But anyway, all the target individuals, keep your head up. I will do the same. And God bless everyone.